Hey guys, it's me. I'm here. I'm here to talk to you. I'm excited. So, I thought I'd switch it up and try something a little bit different. And I thought I would come on live at the Heavenly Help Desk and answer some of the questions that came in, more than one, because I've been getting a really high volume of questions from you guys. And I love that. And I try very hard to look at all of those things that come in, and put out offerings, even if I don't answer the question, or to bring topics that have to do with what your questions are. And so I love like recording a quick video or an audio for this, but I thought it might be fun to just come in live once a month and go through like a bunch of the questions. And you can also come in live and ask if you want to. I like the Heavenly Help Desk because you can ask me anonymously, like without me knowing who you are. Where on a live video, I'm going to call you out, but right, because I'm going to see your name. And Rebels is a safe place. But I like being able to have both of those things, right? So I thought maybe I would try it this month this way, and I would so love and appreciate your feedback, hey Ange, of what you think of it formatted this way. Do you like Heavenly Help Desk, a bunch of questions being answered and some being answered live, or do you prefer like a non-live video or audio where I'm just answering one? So you don't have to answer now, or you can, see how this one goes if you want, and we'll kind of get to, we'll see that. So I've got my computer here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going through your questions. So I've selected like 3 or 4, and if you want to ask me questions on here that either have to do with these or just one you thought of that you're cool with, like people knowing that it's you asking, then go ahead and do that. But first, of course, I'm going to pull you a card because that's my thing. So for today, I got flying free, and I thought that was so appropriate for today. Again, no matter what side of the coin you fall on, who you voted for, any of that stuff, this energy of today is kooky. It's a lot, and it's kind of a divided feeling, so it's hard. So remember this card. Remember flying free. What it says is, it says, "I unfurl my wings and fly." Awesome, right? So I love that, and it's really important when you're feeling like a big shift going on to remember your own power and remember that you're the one that makes things happen, that you can do that. Okay? Makes sense? All right, good stuff. Okay, so I'm also got Facebook up, because I want to make sure that I'm seeing your comments. So I think that we're good. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first Heavenly Help Desk question. And again, I don't even know who sends in what. So I don't know who sent it in. Like, I don't track that. So the first question that I'm going to answer, it says, "I heard that angels can also be bad, and asking for their help can be tricky because a bad one may come through. Is that true? If so, should we say a shielding prayer before asking for their help, or ask Archangel Michael to be present to supervise?" Super good question. Okay, so angels are not bad, and they cannot be bad. Angels are made out of love, okay, and light. Like that, they're divine, higher beings, and they can't be evil, and they can't come through with dark or negative or whatever words. So you don't need to worry about the angels. Saying a shielding prayer or asking Archangel Michael to be with you when you're doing anything tapping in is a really smart idea. So always a good thing to do to protect your energy field. But no, angels cannot be evil or dark. The very nature of an angel is the opposite of that. Okay, so they're really a huge force of love and light. And if you've ever felt angels' energy present, you can attest to how like comforting they feel. Like there's really a beautiful energy to them. Can negative things come through when you're opening up? Yes, they can. But only if you are sending out the energetic signals in line with that stuff. So if you're in a really negative place, if you're looking to hurt others, and this isn't like, oh, I'm just having a bad day. This is like really feeling negative and like really wanting bad and really being disconnected, then you might attract in spirits like that. Or beings like that. There are negative, dark shadow beings. They absolutely do exist. But they can't just come around and attach to you unless you're sending that energetic signal out or trying to call them in. And another point, even still, I think that not a lot of people know this, and something that I believe really strongly and would love to tell more people. Even still, if you do feel a negative dark energy, you're so much more powerful than it, especially if you're somebody who is wrapped in love and light, like all of you guys, and who's very empathic and caring and wants good in general for the world. It would be very easy for you to get rid of it, okay? Love and light is like 1,000 bajillion times more powerful, okay? All right, so the next question I'm going to answer, and again, you guys can ask more on here. You can comment about what I'm saying. You can ask more Heavenly Help Desk questions in line with some of these topics or off topic. That's totally fine, okay? Add in your 2 cents, always a good thing. So the next question is, can God be exchanged for another idea? I do not believe in God, but I do believe in energy and afterlife and higher beings in some form. I seem to have a negative attachment to the word God. However, or whenever it is used, I have a hard time focusing, believing, which causes me to struggle. I guess I'm looking for another explanation of angels, if there is one, and how they are connected if there is no God. Okay, really, really great question. So, to me, the term God is interchangeable with the term universe, source. There's lots of them, right? I use both universe and God like interchangeably, and I try when I'm speaking to use both for the very reason that this person is bringing up, that a lot of people have a negative connotation to the word God, okay? Some people, when they hear that, it brings in a lot of negative feelings for them. Not everybody. I'm not one of them. Like, the term God is one that I'm super comfortable with, but I'm also super comfortable with the term universe. So you can use either one. It's simply a word representing the big source of energy and like the creation and all of that kind of stuff. And this is not a religious thing. That's a term used in religion, which sometimes when people have negative experiences in religion, attach a negative connotation to the word God. Okay? So I would suggest using the term universe instead, or source energy. If energy is a term you're comfortable with, which I saw you said, great. You know what? They're words. So pick one that works for you. If you don't like any of those, call it Fred. It doesn't matter. Find a word that feels empowering and good to you. Okay? Angels being connected to it. So this is how I look at it, and I describe this a little bit more in detail in the Archangels course and kind of like the intro stuff. So if you want to check that out, that might be a good source for you of information. But this is how I see it. So if you say that the universe / God, whatever term, or Fred, right, or source energy, or whatever term you feel comfortable with, if you say that is like the energy that connects all of us with the whole world, universe, galaxy, every being here's interest in mind. It's the system for everything, the big time. It sees how everything is intertwined. If you see universe / God / source energy / Fred as that, okay, then whatever name you assign to it doesn't matter, but that's what that is. And then angels are a piece of that, okay? So they're created to be more personal to humans. So some angels, like the archangels, have a specific mission that they bring. They bring a certain energy to people, to the world, to try to help humankind, okay? And they have a specific job, like Archangel Michael has specific jobs like protection, connecting with your purpose, things like that. Okay, Raphael for healing, Raziel for spiritual truth, Azrael for crossing over to the other side or big, huge shifts in your life. They all have these different jobs, right? Shamuel, I just called on Shamuel earlier because I couldn't find something, and Shamuel helped me find it. So they all have that. And then guides or guardian angels, the ones that are like around us all the time, the easiest ones to kind of sense. Their mission is to help you specifically. So they have humans that they're assigned to, or rather souls that they're assigned to. All right. I kind of think of it like if the universe / God / source energy / Fred was your whole body, and angels would be like your arm. So your arm is not your whole body, but it is your body. Okay. Do you see that? So That's kind of my best way of trying to explain it. Listen, human beings will never grasp all of this. Like, our brains aren't designed to, we're not supposed to. So we just have to get as close as we can to understanding it. And I am a big believer in understanding and believing in what works specifically for you, okay? Some people, when I use the term universe, get like offended, like I should be saying God, okay? And some people, when I use the term God, get like, oh God, I have negative connotation to that. I get uncomfortable, and they kind of disconnect from it. So that's why I use both, okay? To me, they're the same thing. They represent the same thing. If you're reading a book and both are being referred to, they're talking about that same thing. I hope that that helps too. Keep asking questions. I'll get to your questions in a minute. And so then, kind of along the same lines, there is a question that says, can lack of signs from your angels and spirits, in fact, be a sign that you are not connecting with them? Kind of, sort of, not exactly. Let me explain what that means. When you aren't seeing or getting signs from your angels or feeling connected to them or spirits or whatever you're trying to connect to, it's not that they're not giving them. They're always giving them, and they're always there. They don't go anywhere. It's our ability to connect that is not working. So it's like, oh, it's not you, it's me. Like, really, it's you. Okay? So you have to look at what's going on with you as to why you're not feeling as connected. I would say that the most common thing that I tell people when they're not feeling super connected, the most common thing I say is, are you very stressed? Do you have too much on your plate? Are you not having a lot of quiet brain moments? Are you consumed by negative thoughts a lot? Are you feeling really low? Because those things make it harder to get those signs that are coming through to you, okay? So it's never that your angels are like crossing their arms, getting mad at you, putting their hands on their hips and saying, I'm not sending any signs. They're always sending you signs. Even the most in tune of us miss most of them, okay? But they are patient beings, thank goodness. They don't have egos like we do. And they keep sending and they keep going. So that's why it's important when you feel like you did get a sign that you acknowledge it and that you say, ooh, I got that one. That makes sense. I like it when you give me signs like that. Or when you feel like you're not getting them, ask for them to give them to you differently. It's important that you communicate that. A great way to get out of that and to connect more is to just talk to them without really needing to attach to the outcome of it. Like, not being like, you know, people will be like, if you're here, angels, blink the lights 7 times. Like, don't do that. That is really hard for them to do, okay? If only you knew the energy it took for spirits and angels to get anything to you, you would appreciate that better, okay? Especially spirits. You drive them crazy when you do things like that specifically, okay? So what you want to do instead is just keep communicating to them. That's going to bring them closer to you. Don't worry about getting a sign back. Don't worry about the outcome of it. Just do that, and that will bring them connected to you, okay? Makes sense? Also, you can do something like getting some energy healing and work, like Reiki, and really make sure you go to a good Reiki person. And if you need one, you can tell me. I know lots. Some of you are in this group who I would recommend. You want to go to a good person, and if you're experiencing that, you want to tell them that that's one of your goals, and you want to ask if they could do a little extra grounding on you at the end, and something like IET. I got a phone call, sorry. Something like IET is another great form of energy healing that can help you be more connected. Just make sure you're expressing that that's one of the things you want to the practitioner. Now, usually the practitioner can kind of tell, like, we can, depending on where the blocks are, but you want to make sure that you ask for that, like, extra grounding, especially at the end of your session. So that's important. If you are someone who wants to have a deep connection, you should be getting something like Reiki on a pretty regular basis. That's going to really help your ability to be connected, okay? All right, so I've got one more here, and then I'll get to your questions there. So I can see that some of you are asking. Please continue to ask. I'm here at the Heavenly Help Desk for a little longer, okay? So let me see. I'm going to pick one more here. It says, let's see. My question is on boundaries. Oh, I'm totally answering this boundary question with the challenge, so I'm not going to go there. Let me pick a different one. Okay, here it is. My question revolves around drama. I feel like there are times when I am drawn to people that are chaotic and love to create drama, whether they know it or not. I feel like I get pulled in by these people, and once I am in it, it's really hard to back away. Is it just me? Are sensitive people slash empaths drawn to people like this? Is there any advice on how to let go of these relationships and how to stop attracting new ones? Thank you. Yes, there's oh so much advice on that topic for you, my dear, whoever asked me that. Okay. So first of all, I think understanding why people create drama is a little bit important. So people create drama because they're seeking feeling important. Okay. I feel like it's really important to know that and to note that for yourself, because if you start making that drama person in your life feel important and you start doing things like that, the drama they throw at you will be lesser. Okay. The other thing that you want to do when you're around dramatic people, because sometimes we try to separate from them, but we can't. We're related to them, or they're a good friend. They're just going through a dramatic time. Whatever. We like them. Some of these people are good people. They just get stuck in the drama, right? So when that's the case, what you want to just make sure that you're doing is not feeding it. Okay. Drama will just go for miles and miles and miles, and it spreads. It's like wildfire, like in a dry forest. It just goes, okay? And what it is stories that just like create and go and connect, all right? So what you want to do is not feed it by pulling out of it, not participating in it. You don't need to be mean. You don't need to yell at someone for being dramatic. You just don't want to participate, okay? So that's part one of my answer to that question. Part two is about being drawn to those people. Typically, if you're drawn to dramatic people, you have a vow, a life vow deep down in your soul that says helping others is what makes me feel like I have self-worth. My self-worth is connected to making other people better or okay or healing them. All right. So if you have that, dramatic people, you get excited and you are drawn to them, even though a part of you is like, bleh, okay, you are drawn to those people because it helps your self-worth to feel better when you feel as if you are feeding in and helping in their drama. Okay, so you just want to work on that. You want to catch that. You want to bring some awareness to that. You want to get rid of that belief. Bye, Felicia, to that belief. That belief sucks. It does. Okay, I get that belief very much. I definitely used to subscribe to that magazine. Totally get it. Okay, so you want to work on disconnecting your own self-worth from that idea, because what will happen is you will just always be attracting a lot of like broken people and people whose identity is based in drama, and people who are unfixable, who aren't willing to participate in being fixed. That's all unfixable is. They want someone else to do it. And that's the only way that they feel important, is by creating drama and being like having it swirling around them and being a part of it. So that is not a good thing. Are empathic, sensitive people more drawn to people like that? Not necessarily, okay? Some, depending on like if you have that vow or not, you certainly are. But most of the time, empathic people are actually like put off by that. They're annoyed, okay? Sometimes we're fascinated, but we're usually annoyed by it unless you have that block going on. And if you're a woman and you have that block, you will attract a lot of relationships that are very one-sided. Romantic relationships where the person is just taking and needs so much healing, right? So they have a broken t-shirt on that says I'm broken, and you show up in your Superwoman cape and you're like, I'm Superwoman, okay? And that's what happens, is nobody heals. No one gets better. Both people just feed off of the holes that they already have. Making sense? You with me? So what you want to do is be able to feel whole and important on your own, and that you don't have to have that vow, okay? You only want to be helping and serving and healing and not fixing, I don't like that term, but like holding up and holding space for people who are actively participating in their own healing. Otherwise, you're not going to make it very far. You're going to crash and you're going to burn, and you're going to start noticing that you only have takers around you and there's not very many givers. That's why boundaries are so important. That's why we're doing a boundaries versus barriers challenge in a couple weeks. This is incredibly, crucially important. So you want to just bring awareness to that, and you want to shift that idea That's not where your worth lies. Your worth has nothing to do with helping other people. That's just who you are and what you came to do. Your worth just exists. You are love. You don't need to be worthy of it, right? And if you want to take your worth back into your own hands and you need an affirmation, because you can't just jump right to being like, I am love, right? That would be nice. But not many people can make that big leap. Then you want to connect it to being, to working on being authentically yourself. And the more that you do that and discover that person, the better. And that works in reverse as well for guys. There are guys who want to heal broken women, and there are women who feel better about themselves when a man is trying to heal that. Okay, so they stay broken, so they always have that feeling. Okay, both interchangeable for men and women. Make sense? Okay, so I think that's like the most that I'll do on here. I want to answer some on here, so let me scroll through. You can continue to ask. I can hang out for a little bit longer. Hey David, he says, I find that focusing on my breath helps me feel grounded to avoid the dark energy. Absolutely. As soon as you ground your energy, dark energy will float away. It really, I do this thing, I call it the energy sonic boom, okay? So it's just something I do it with energy, and all I do is I close my eyes and I imagine like this big boom and like stuff like literally shakes, and it just clears out anything negative near me, and it's very, very effective. I only do that in places where there's a lot of dark energy, because if you do a big boom like that, in like a room full of like positive people, you'll throw them all for a loop and no one will be able to concentrate. I've made that mistake before. Okay, but if you're walking into a room that feels gross or a building that has a yucky feeling, go ahead and do that. Maybe don't do that in a teeny tiny room, but do that in something like that, and that will definitely help. And that just grounding and imagining the ground kind of vibrating and shaking from the sonic boom that you set off of good energy. Dark energy, it's like turning a light on in a room. It disappears as soon as someone shines their light, okay? Fear feeds it, love diminishes it. Hey, Doreen Cole, what's up, girl? So David says, I find that if I'm grounded, if someone is unreasonable, the person slowly comes down. Yes, excellent point, David. And we talked about this a little bit last night. Yes, energy follows energy. Okay, and whatever the most powerful energy is in the room, all the energy shifts towards that. Okay, have you ever been having just like this great day around great people, and just a person walking in the room, all of a sudden the energy just goes, and you're like, whoa. Okay, have you ever just been sitting and chatting happily, and like somebody starts complaining and then everybody starts complaining? It works the other way too, guys. If everyone around you is going down, swinging low, getting complainy, getting negative, and you stay positive, you're not gonna, try to change them. You're just gonna shine that. Slowly, you'll see everyone will shift to your place, to that place that you're putting out. If you stand your ground and you hold it. Being grounded is a great way to get all these people back here. When I'm doing a session with someone, whether it's in person or over the phone, that's one of the first things I do is I bring the person that I'm doing the session with onto the same plane I'm on, because if you're up here or down here, it's much harder for me to help you, okay? So I bring you to here. I bring you like right to that spot that I need you, and I do that with my energy, okay? Rosie, hey Rosie, I see that you're here. I see that you commented. I'll get to that in a second. But Rosie came and led a really awesome oil class at Body Love at the studio. And there was a bunch of different presenters, and each time a presenter came up, I would very much try to get them to that calm, leveled place as they were there. Now, if someone is not open to that, if someone is very closed off, it won't help them. Okay, there was one person in particular that I couldn't quite get through to because she was just too far gone. I would have had to like put my hands on her shoulders and be like, okay, I could have, but I wasn't going to do that to her. But you can hold space for people like that, and you can watch that people come to your level once you learn how to do that. Okay, it's a really, really awesome tool. Rosie says that, well, I've been guilty of this big time. Yeah, so a lot of us are guilty if you have that block that your self-worth is only tied to helping other people. That's a toughie, but it's once you get rid of it from someone who used to have it, I can tell you, once you push past that, it's just like a whole different world for you. Everything is different, okay? All right, so I hope that helped. What I would love from you, I'll hang for another minute if anyone else has another question. what I would love from you, and maybe you didn't see the whole video, go back and watch it first if you want. I would love to know if you like the Heavenly Help Desk in this format, coming on live, answering a bunch of the questions, interacting and chatting with you, or if you like it better, just a video answering one, or if you would like an audio of me answering one. Like, tell me what you want. I'm happy to do any of that for you guys. I want to support you in the best way possible. It's all kind of the same for me. I have to sit and look at it and answer it either way. So whether that's on audio or live video or just a video where things are a little bit shorter and more concise, I'm happy to do all of that, like whatever works. So just let me know. You can comment on here, you can shoot me a message or an email. Any of those things would be completely great, and I would greatly appreciate that. But yeah, so let me know. And what else? I was going to tell you one more thing. So there is a challenge coming up in a couple weeks. It'll be in Connect to the Angels, where we will work on boundaries, and I will be doing a lot of work on boundaries versus barriers, and I will be doing extra work and extra support on that subject here in this group. Okay, so this subject sparks a lot of stuff in people. It might not sound like it, but it does. Okay, it does. It really does. So I want to make sure that I'm supporting you through that. So that's going to happen in a couple weeks. I'll be posting the dates for that soon. And then the other thing that I want you to look for is I'm reformatting my Life Changers program. And I'm making it so I've never actually really put this out too much. I just like it exists and the right people have always found it. And something magical happened where almost everyone kind of graduated from it around the same time. And so I thought this might be a cool opportunity to try this, where I do like a class of people, and there's 10 of us, and we go through this together, or however many I can serve, however many come, 10 being the max. And we can go through all of this together. It'll have its own Facebook group. And it will basically be like having me coach you through 6 months of diving into spiritual topics deeper, but not just like, oh, this is a cool topic, like applying it to your life and like holding your hand as things happen, and you can use them in your life and you can address it and you can work with them. So if that's something that you feel like might serve you, please check it out. If you go to fitbybodylove.com/life-changer, I'll post the link. You can get all of the info. It's so affordable that like one of my coaches, my business coaches, was yelling at me. She was like, this is stupid. And I'm like, I don't care. This is what I want to do. So you get the group piece, but you also have me one-on-one every month, both a 1-hour session and then email support and even some emergency quick half-hour sessions if you need them. Okay. And this is not just to like dive deeper into spirituality. This is to take your life to the next level. Like, what is it that you want? Let's get it. Like, buckle up. Let's do that. Okay. So I would love to do that. I'm looking for my people. It will start the end of February. So there's no rush. I'm not the kind of person that's like, sign up by this date and you can receive this. Like, that doesn't, I don't love that. Okay, but what I wanted to ask you, and what I thought I might do, is a fun little separate just for us rebels challenge in our group to manifest the ability to do it. If you're feeling like I want to do it, it is crazy affordable. Like, let's not lie, it's crazy affordable. Okay, and when you're in it, you will be doing a lot of work to manifest things to you. But I thought we'd do a little challenge to manifest the ability to do the program, or to do any program that you might feel out of your reach. I thought we might kind of do that in our group. So if it's something that you want, you're like, yeah, like a lot of people think, oh, well, you know, extra money out a month, I don't have that. Like, it doesn't have to come from what you already have. It can show up somewhere else. It can show up as like a beautiful gift. Okay. So I put this out at Rise. I already have someone signed up, so one spot's already gone. All right, and I've barely talked about it. So make sure that if you are interested, you get in now. And this will actually bleed perfectly into my course that will start afterwards for starting your own business and connecting with your purpose. So you don't have to go into it, but it will end and finish and flow right into that one if that's something that you think might serve you too. starting here will give you like a huge advantage if you're thinking of doing that one too. So I wanted to tell you guys about that first. It's not open to anyone else yet, but you guys. And Rebels get a discount, of course. So check that out. I'll post the link. Just go in and check out the info. I'm a true believer that whoever feels like that would serve them will come. I'm not a salesperson. I'm someone who serves people, and this is one of the ways that I do that. I have been so amazed to watch so many of the graduates from this program. Most of them are like my friends. Like they just become friends. Like, you think that you can spend that much time with me and then we won't be friends? Get a grip. Like, no. All right, so most of them go on to be good friends of mine. I have watched them find love. I have watched them start their own businesses. I have watched them go from just not even want to stick around to loving life. I have watched them start families. I have watched them do so many amazing, amazing things. So if that sounds like something that could serve you, please check that out. All right. Again, I'd love your feedback of the format that you like. I would love to see that too, because I want to bring stuff to you in a way that works for you. Okay. Let's see. Rosie says, lovely to get feedback right away. I'm a fan of the live format. Awesome. Awesome. Good to know that. Let's see. Melissa says, sorry I'm late, or work really interferes so often. I know, like, right? Like, stop working and just listen to me all the time. Just kidding, but I would love it if you could do that. David says, sounds like a great education to receive. Mary says, that sounds awesome. Thanks, guys. Check it out. I'll post the link in a minute. Don't forget you get a discount because that's how I roll. And just to let you in on a secret, the coaches, the people that like look at the programs that I put out, said that I should triple the price of it. And you know what I said? No. I don't roll like that. I don't like that, okay? So I want 10 of you. I want the 10 who are really ready to take charge of your life. Like, you're ready to make shit happen. If you're one of them, check it out, okay? All right, lots of fun stuff coming up. I am going to go to Florida, to Disney World next week. What? But I'll still be here. I'll still be checking in. I'm going to pull cards on this coming Tuesday, and then the following Tuesday, the lovely and talented Christine Varnum is going to fill in for me. But I will still be in the group checking in and talking to you guys because I love you. Not because I feel like I have to, but because I want to. All right. So lots of amazing stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Buckle up. Keep telling me what you want, and I'll keep answering it. I do know I've got a couple messages like, hey, can you edit the videos and shorten them and put them on YouTube? Yes, I will. It's on my list. I am hiring an assistant because I need help, which is good in so many ways. But I need that support. I need someone to help me be able to churn and get that stuff out to you in a more timely fashion. So I am making sure that that's going to happen. And yes, those videos will definitely be edited and loaded so that you can easily find the lessons and the things that you need. I am hearing that, and I am doing it completely. I want to support you guys in the way that you want to be supported. All right. Have a fantastic day. Go put the energy of love and connection out into the world. I'm going to do it too. And just go shine. Go shine. See you later.